Plate, and I am back. We were on some topics about marriage, preparing for marriage, relationships, those things. I'm going to pause it because yesterday we talked about this No Food Stamp November, and I think we should talk about it a little bit more. I am not sure how much of the population are even on food stamps, so I'm not even sure why this is a big thing. Like everybody, these, well, I guess the videos are going viral because of what the people are saying. And the sad part about all of this is they make it seem like it is just all these crazy people who are just on food stamps. But actually, there are some really great people who get assistance and they're doing the right things with it. Not everybody is out selling their food stamps, not everybody is out frauding the government. And it's the crazy ones that are online talking about they're going to blow stuff up and they're going to start stealing and they're going to do all this weird stuff instead of possibly make more money so that if they do cut the food stamps off for November, you'll have a plan. Or start going to some food pantries, or it takes a village, get a village of people. My thing is, you can make a video about whatever, but the fact that you are actually taking time and making a video about how things are wrong, this is wrong, and it feels, when you have assistance and you are depending on that, you're really dependent on it. Not some of these people who are just, they really aren't, they really aren't broke like that. They're kind of fraud in the system. But if you are one of those parents who you're concerned about November being, no food stamp month and things like that, and you are one of those parents that are there, you're trying your best, you're getting assistance and using it as a stepping stool to not stay down. I commend you, first of all. And I want you to not be afraid and frightened. I don't want you to be like some of these other parents who are talking about they are going to start, going off and robbing people and stealing from the stores and punching people that they try to, like, seriously, y'all. I know probably half of these people are just saying that because they want to go viral and they want to make a conversation and everybody wants their videos to be clicked and liked. But it's insane at this point. But if you are a parent that is concerned about this and wondering, like, okay, if I don't get my food stamps in November, how are my kids going to eat? My suggestion to you is just prepare. Prepare now. If you really don't have it like that, start going to some of these food pantries and stocking up. Reach out to somebody, reach out to the school. I know I am one of the people that when we were growing up, my dad did not want to ask for help. It was bad. Sometimes we needed help and my dad just like no, and he taught us to not depend on people and to not seek help, which some of it's good, but then others parts of it was bad because we got to the point where we were kind of prideful. And if you need help and you're stumbling, sometimes it is good to reach out, not to everybody, but some people that you know and trust that can help you. And so with that, me growing up, I was a little prideful with the people around me. I didn't want to ask for help. I wanted to kind of do things on my own, or, seek out help from people who couldn't basically like rub it in my face and things like that. So, yeah, it is hard if you're a parent and this is going to affect you and it's going to affect your kids. But again, like I said, prepare. Start going to the food pantry, start talking to some of the churches, start talking to your community and saying, hey, I'm concerned that my children and I won't have anything to eat. And if that becomes the case, it's so many things out here that you can make money from. Uber is one. What is it? Door dashing. If you don't have a car, you can start trying to sit. I don't know. A lot of times people are like, I just don't have the extra time. If you have kids and things like that, once you get off of one job, you got to come home and work a double shift. If you have one or more kids, you have to get them ready for the next day. You have to help with homework. You got to cook, you got to clean, that kind of stuff. So a lot of people don't have extra time to go out and have a second job where they can Uber, or they don't have a second job where they can go and DoorDash. Some people don't even have a vehicle. But if you can find extra work and pick it up where someone needs help, lawn care, I know in Ohio is probably just about over unless you find someone who needs their leaves raked. And I know if you find a couple of houses to rake leaves, you can make maybe, 75 to $100 if the yard is big enough, because some people I know I'll pay for somebody to come over and rake my leaves. I pay for somebody to cut my grass. My husband does it, but when I was single, I was waiting for kids to come around like they used to. And they have the lawnmowers and all that, and they mow your grass. I lived in a really nice neighborhood, and those kids wasn't coming around doing that. I ended up calling one kid that was kind of far, but his parents had the transportation and all of that. But I paid him very well to come and cut my grass. So you got to look for things like that. Another thing I wanted to say was, parents don't have to be ashamed of going out and getting the help that's provided. The help is there to help you. So for people to be bashing those who get financial assistance and government assistance and things like that, there are people who actually really need it and they use it as a stepping stone to get where they need to be. Now, it's the ones who are using the government as a tool. They have 6 and 7 different jobs, and maybe not even 6 or 7. Uh they have decent incomes, and they are working or making money, and they are still getting assistance just to get it. There are some people who make decent money and they still kind of need it because they may, the amount of kids that they may have, or not working regularly or things like that. I can get down with all of that, but what I can't get down is some of these moms who are on here. They are from head to toe Gucci'd out, maybe fake Gucci, I don't care, but they look nice, hair done, nails done. And I'm not saying that you got to go around looking raggedy if you get an assistance and things like that. But the fact that I know that when you get certain hairstyles and they cost a fortune, and every single month you're getting a check from the government and all that, that money that you spending on that hair and all of that, you might need to go ahead and feed your kids. So I'm not judging or anything like that, but I want people to prepare. If this is going to happen, then you got to prepare. No need to go out and be stealing stuff and all of that, because we have too many resources here in the US that you shouldn't have to go out and steal food. There's a church right up the street from me that they give out free meals every single day. Not every day, Monday through Thursday, I think, or Monday through Friday or something like that, every day at noon. And you can eat what you want. And then there's some around the corner and different things like that. So I wanted to get on here and say, you know what? If there is going to be a no food stamp November for some of you all, just prepare and get ready. And I'll be praying for you all. And hopefully through this, we can see that the government is not the way. Go ahead and use it while you can, but hurry up and do your thing. Go to school, go start making money, start doing investments so you can get up off of it, because it's never guaranteed. And when they can cut you off just like this, that's an insult, and you want to not have to be dependent on that. So I am the real Gina B. Date with the plate. Only eat it if it's good.